Welcome back to the channel. Greetings creatives. Fireside chat, paint by numbers. Continue with black. Okay. Just trying to remember where I left off. We're going to finish that a little bit. Let's see which one I was using. Doesn't really matter, but let me just let's assume it's that one. So I just want to finish this little bit here. Right, next black section. One right in the middle there, so I'll do that. I'm not sure if this was the pen I was using. It might have been that one at the end. Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter because I watered it down. So let's go back in here. Yeah, that's it. I watered it down. Made it more pliable. Pliable or paintable, all the same. Okay. Still trying to shift the older videos off the iPhone, and I think I found a way to do it that's quicker. Like at the moment, though we're quite far ahead in this process, part 5 I'm struggling to get off the phone, believe it or not. It's like my internet's so bad that it took 3 days to upload it. This is video 5, part 5 I should say, to upload it off my phone up to YouTube because my internet's so bad. But we got to about 70% and then it had an error, and I'd been doing this for 3 days. You can imagine how frustrating it was after 3 days of trying to get it uploaded that we run into an error and it stops completely, and then I'm looking at probably starting it again. And I don't have another spare 3 days before I need to schedule part 5. I didn't think I'd still have this issue this far in, but I do. Now hopefully, I think I've got part 5 on the computer and it is uploading as we speak. Now I'm not fully sure if it is part 5, I'm just guessing because I wasn't able to play it. So I copied 3 files from the phone onto the other computer, then I saved them. This is just a nightmare. Then I saved them onto a USB stick, moved them onto this main computer here, and I wasn't able to play them. Grab a coffee, I've got a coffee, grab a coffee, sit back, relax. So what I decided to do is just to upload it onto YouTube, and then I can figure out after that if it is the right video. I know it's a bit unorthodox, but I've been trying for the last couple of weeks to try and get part 5 off the phone, and it's been so difficult. So the one that I'm uploading, once it's uploaded, I can play it and make sure it's part 5. Then if it is part 5, I can delete it off my phone. Then I can upload part 6 onto the phone, and then maybe do the same process and do that with part 7, part 8, part 9 and part 10, because when we get to part 11 they're already on the computer because they were filmed with this camera here, and the way it's looking is they upload a lot quicker, and that's what I'll be doing from moving forward. But at the moment, when I've got part 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 still stuck on the phone, it's an issue. I mean, the video looks great from the iPhone, but I don't have a secure, repeatable method of getting them off the phone. So I can't rely on that, because I could film like 5 videos and then they're stuck on the phone. I can't get them off because I keep running into errors. As soon as I get an error, there's no way around it. So the videos are stuck on the phone. That's why I can't film them on the phone, even though the camera looks great on the phone. It just looks really good, but I haven't got a secure way of getting them off the phone that I can repeat, and it's kind of a trial and error situation. I've got to keep plugging my phone into the other computer because it doesn't work on this computer for some reason, I don't know. So I haven't got a secure, repeatable method that I can take videos off the phone, because sometimes it plays ball and sometimes it doesn't. So I can't risk it that way. I do know somebody that could just plug her iPhone into a laptop and she could save everything, and I couldn't do that. I've never been able to do that for some reason. I don't know if it's my phone, if it's the computer that I'm using, I don't know what it is, and I saw her do that and I was like, oh, I wish I could do that. I wish my equipment would let me do that, but for some reason, and that's why I've never done it. I've never uploaded from my phone. I'm going to spin round now to the other side of the desk. See, if it worked, I would do it all the time, and I wouldn't have bothered buying the streaming camera. But sod's law being what it is. Where was I painting? Here. Sod's law being where it is. That doesn't work for me. I can't wait 3 days for each video to be uploaded because the internet's not great. Still waiting for Word on fiber optic. Still not happening yet. Not had the sorry. Camera's bouncing away now. I still haven't had the go ahead that I'm getting fibre in. And whilst I am living without fibre, it makes uploading videos tremendously painful and tedious. Because I remember when I uploaded video 4, I think it took 24 hours. Now that's not workable when I've got a lot of videos waiting to come off the phone, because I'm trying to stagger videos every other day, But if it's going to take me 2 or 3 days to get a video off, if it doesn't hit an error and I have to start all over again, it's an absolute nightmare. I don't know how you guys that are YouTubers get around that. I mean, you've probably got better internet and better storage on your devices and things like that there, but and better computers that can do things. When you ask a computer to do something and it does it, for me, I ask a computer to do something and it's really painfully slow, on top of the fact that it might tell me it can't do it, which is a nightmare. I mean, I will get around it at some point. Once I get these last 5 videos off the phone, it should be pretty much plain sailing from there. After I've recorded this video, I'm going to check to see if the video that I am uploaded to YouTube is part 5. Because if it's not, I have a problem. I just need to get past these 5 videos once they're off my phone. Let's see if we can get to this. Yeah, so these are my headaches and issues at the moment. I'm wondering how many YouTubers have encountered these problems and found solutions to these problems, because I just can't. It's so difficult. I try so many different ways to get it done, because there's always so many different ways you can do a certain command or procedure. There's so many ways you can do it, but I'm hitting a brick wall. I mean, the biggest downer with an iPhone is you can't pull the memory out and plug it into your computer, but I prefer iPhones simply because I've got a lot of music on there. I'm a little bit old school like that. I don't use Spotify. I like to own things like that. I like to own things. Very old school, because like I used to have CDs and things. I like to physically own the media. And because I've got so much music I've bought. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, I've got so much media on my phone that I bought that I physically own. Although it's digital, I physically own it. If I got a Google phone, Android phone, something like that, it won't move over. But I was thinking that if I thought ahead, I could have bought an Android phone just to transfer videos from it over to the computer with the SD card or whatever it is that, see, I don't even know, I don't have an Android phone, SD card or whatever it is, you know, that would solve my problems. But I bought a streaming camera now, so this is where we are. Yeah, the other thing is, when I'd finished up in the last video, I forgot to wash my brush out. Now guys, this is a lesson. So I left my brush out, and then when I went to try and use it, it was really hard, like concrete. It's not something I normally do, is leave my brush out uncleaned. It's not really a thing I do. But I was in my head, I was trying to work out how I can get videos off my phone, and I kept going backwards and forwards to the other computer, because that's the only computer that seems to be playing ball. When I plug it into this computer here, it just says error all the time. At least with the computer over there, it does actually find my stuff, and there are a few different ways I can try and get it off, but like I said, it's kind of, I won't let it beat me. But it seems to, I seem to have hit a brick wall with trying to get part 5 off the phone. So part 4 did it. I think part 4 did it in a couple of days. Uploaded it. So I was hoping part 5 would do the same thing. I think part 5 is a longer video. Part 5 is like 2.5 gigs, which doesn't sound a lot, but from my perspective, my internet, it takes 3 days to remove it off the phone, which is just unbelievable. It shouldn't take that long. But anyway, enough of my problems. Found out that the sequel to the Meg is actually out. I was looking on the cinema app. I was looking to go and see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, and then I saw, which I didn't even know. I knew they would make a sequel because the film did really well, and it was a good film. I did like the Meg. And then I kept checking every now and again if they'd made the Meg 2, and every time I checked, I think it was in development or something. But what usually happens is I usually forget, and then it kind of pops up out of surprise. So what I could do is, because I haven't finished watching Mission Impossible 5, I haven't watched 6, I could go and see the Meg. It's called the Meg 2, the Trench, which is referring to the, I think it's the Mariana Trench, I can't remember if that's the way you say it, which is where they suspect a lot of sea dinosaurs actually live today. Called like the Mariana Trench, I think it's called, but obviously they're not going to call it that, they just call it the Trench. So I'll probably go and see that at some point, because I've watched the Meg. I can watch the Meg again, although I don't really need to because I remember what happened in the first one. But I do like to do that. I like to watch just as a bit of a recap and also to build a bit of excitement. So I probably will watch the Meg, and then I'll go and see the Meg 2. And I might give you a spoiler-free review. Maybe not like a full review, but I may tell you what I think of the film. I'm actually going to spin this around rather than spin myself to the other side of the desk, because it's quite difficult because I've got two ring lights that are too small. I've got my camera and I've got like arms that are holding them in place, and it's very difficult to kind of feed my arm through without knocking the camera or knocking the lights, so I'll do it this way. So yeah, let me know what you think of the Meg, and based on like the first one, do you think you'd go and see the second one? See, I like the Jaws films, and the Meg kinda turned that up to 11 with giant prehistoric shark. And Jason Statham was in the first one. I don't know if he's in the second one. I don't really know anything about the second one. Like I said, I'm just going to go and see it because I know I would like it. I like that sort of film. So I'd say he probably is in the second one. You'd kind of expect him to be, unless they take the story in a different direction. There is another film that's kind of shark related. I think it's called The Black Demon. I've got it. I just need to watch it, but I keep forgetting I've got it. So, and that's kind of shark based as well. See, because they've got the special effects now. Like the original Jaws was like made out of rubber, and the reason they didn't show much of it, Steven Spielberg admitted this, that the reason they didn't show much of it is because it didn't look great if it was on camera for too long. It was nothing to do with the anticipation and not having it on screen as much like they did with Alien. I think with Alien as well, the actual guy in the suit, the reason they didn't show much of it is because the suit didn't look that good. It looked good in kind of brief moments, a lot of smoke, a lot of moisture on the beast, but if it was on camera too much, apparently it didn't look that great, so that is why you didn't see a lot of the Alien, and you don't see a lot of Jaws. But now they've got special effects, they could actually rework the special effects into Jaws, but I'm not sure if people see, it's too far gone now. I think people probably wouldn't like it if it was CGI, because it's like the prequel Star Wars. In episode 1, Yoda was a puppet, but I think in episode 2 and 3 it was actually a CGI, but they made his ears wobble like they would if it was still the puppet, because people need to see that he's still like Yoda, that they remember from the original trilogy, that he's got like he's a puppet. Everyone knows he's a puppet, and he's got like rubber ears or whatever, and they flop about when he moves his head. But they actually made it so it would do that. even though a lot of those effects were in their infancy. I think I'm off the camera. This is quite a difficult angle to do because I'm right-handed. It's very difficult to come round here. Yeah, it's quite a difficult angle. I don't know how I can do it. Like I say, I don't want to go off camera to get it done. It's quite a difficult area. I'm quite at the edge of the canvas and the desk. It's quite tricky. I can't turn it to a better angle because I go off camera, so I'll just see if I can do as much as I can. Could always come back to this part. Go like that. Still on camera, so let me just get in here. Yeah, I must check to see how far on they are with this Cisco series, Captain Cisco. Checking something. Just trying to see if I've got it upside down, so it's very difficult for me to check. Weekend motorbikes. Obviously these bikers work during the week because you don't hear them on a weekday. Bikes are quite expensive, so I suppose you could have to work full time. Paints actually quite well, and I put water in it in the last video. It's still, because I closed it and it's sealed, it's still held up. It didn't dry out, even though it's quite humid. So it's more humid than hot, because they've got a very strange summer we're having here. So the Meg, yeah, definitely go and see the Meg. I kinda know what I'm gonna get with a shark monster film. Shark shouldn't be disappointed. Black covers up a multitude of sins when you're painting, so you can correct all the things where you slightly went wrong. Because black covers up every other colour. So it's really good. And white covers up a multitude of sins as well. Here. Pull it down a bit, there we go. So we go here. There's a big black area. Working now. See my hand sticking to the canvas. It's quite humid. See, it's not like it's hot. It's like it's been like 22 degrees for days, and that usually is quite sunny and warm, but the cloud's been out a lot, so it's been overcast, so we've been getting that temperature, but we haven't been getting the heat. It's more been like humid and hanging in the air, which is, it's not good for anyone. That you want heat or you want rain, you don't want some weird hybrid type of weather. Kinda, especially this is supposed to be like proper summertime. Tourists must come here and go, oh, what is wrong with the weather? And we're like, welcome to Britain, because this is the weather we get. Alright, so I'm gonna rinse out this brush, and I'm gonna go back to the bigger brush and get a lot of there's quite a lot of area that's black that I can cover over all in one, so just kind of go for it. Yeah, that's covering quite a lot. Careful, because my hand's casting a shadow, and this yellow here is kind of disappearing into the shadow, and I've got to make sure that I don't accidentally paint over those yellow bits because I can't see them. See, it's getting a lot of this area done, so we'll continue here and go as close to the edge as possible. I want to get as close to this as possible so that when I do the edging I don't have to do as much. Yeah. Ooh, that's a bit too close. That's what I mean, there's a shadow and it's very difficult to see. So let's come in here. see how big the area is. And then we come down here. I can like that. Come down there. And then in. I'm getting a lot of the black done all at once. Just turn the brush on its side. I can get down there. Get in as much as I can. Black done at the same time. There, and then we'll come down here to there. We'll go in again as much as we can do. In here. It just keeps going. And down again. Here. Go in again. And do it from the side of the brush. So there's no risk of accidents. And then in here. Goes all the way down, all the way down to there, and then we go in again to there, in to there, and there, and here, and then the final bit is here. That's it. See, that's actually covered quite a lot. The black is really popping now. Quite impressed. Quite impressed with how it's looking. Back to the smaller brush. And start edging. Wow, there's not a lot of that paint left. Yeah, I'll be careful where I put my hand as well. Yeah, we used a lot of that black. I think there's still some in there, but we used a lot. So I need to work out where I can put my hand. Hear my arm sticking to the canvas. That wasn't a lot of paint. that was loud. Yeah, the edging's silencing me again. Delicate edges. Try to position the hand. Oh, I think I painted that bit wrong. Yes, I have. Damn. It sometimes becomes very difficult. And you got quite a few delicate edges. I can fix that. Yeah, at least I can see straight away when I've gone wrong, which is good. said, these edges do silence me. The only way you can do them is by holding your breath. That's how I do it anyway. That's how I've always done things like that. If I'm drawing like a very sensitive area, and I have to get it perfect. Painting a very sensitive part, I've always held my breath. That's why I find it difficult to speak when I do it, because I like to paint it by numbers and it's kind of whatever. I do take every creative project I do seriously and try and make it the best fist of it, because I want to put it on my wall when it's done, and I don't want to put it on my wall if I've had it, you know what I mean? And I know I've done that. I'd rather put it on my wall knowing that I did my best to get it done. Get it done the best I can get it done. And that's how I approach everything. If I've got a vested interest in it, I will do it the best I can. Or as far as I'm concerned, there's no point in doing it if you're not going to give it your best. And like I say, it's only a painting by numbers, but still. Do the best I can. It's quite a big area done. A big area here, but it's kind of off camera. I'm trying to avoid painting off camera, so I can do a lot of it because it starts on camera. And then it goes off camera to some extent. Watching anything last day or so, except those documentaries. this little bit down here is off camera, but I apologise for that because I can't angle it. But like I say, I'll let you know if it goes off camera for any reason. I'll minimize the time it does go off camera. Sometimes with the angles, like where I am now, it's very difficult to turn it around. I'll flip it and we'll see if I can still get to it. Quite a lot done in this section, in this this video. A lot of black done, which is great. I like to see getting here. Very difficult. Silencing me. So I'm trying a few long format videos where they're an hour long because of the nature of this hobby. I'm not really getting a lot done in a 30-minute video. But in an hour video, getting a lot more done, as you can see. Next bit is here. It's just a tiny bit here, I think I've got to do here as well. That's 3, so I need to just do here. There. And the next bit is here. It's a bit tricky and knowing where the lines are. Which side of the line to do it on. Here we did make a mistake. I think this is okay. I think there's a problem there, but I'm going to have to check. I think this one's okay. Yep. This. Yep. Finish that video, this video here, and